If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So we've been wanting to grow carrots successfully for a number of years now. We've done a lot of things in the actual traditional ground garden. We've loosened the soil, we've added nutrients, and we just haven't got those big, long, thick carrots like you see in the book or online. So what we've chosen to do is we've got this raised bed here from rootmaker.com. They are a primary sponsor on our weekly radio show. If you want to know more about that, links in the show notes. This here is a 2-foot by 4-foot bed. There's 4 by 4-foot beds, which we are also using in the garden. It's the same material that is used in their grow bags. And it comes all as a kit, and you can find it in the show notes below, and you just snap it all together. We actually used this in our indoor growing series indoors this past winter, and we cleaned it out and brought it outside, and we're going to use it for carrots. Now it's 12 inches from ground, from inside to the top of the lip. We're only going to fill it about 11 inches high because it's the same thing as a container. You don't want to fill it lipping full because when it rains, it will flush that soil out, and I want to keep all the soil in. Doesn't have drainage holes, but it has tiny holes throughout the whole unit here that will air prune roots, like if you're growing tomatoes or peppers or eggplants, etc. But we're going to utilize this for our carrots. So first we've got to bring some compost in, and we'll fill this up, and then we will start getting our carrots planted. But first, before we do anything, we've got to get this graded down so this is level, because currently right now this portion right here, instead of being 12 inches to top, is really like 9 inches. So I got to get in here level grade, and on the legs here it's just PVC pipe, and if you're concerned with it sinking in the soil, you can certainly put a board underneath there, but we're not concerned with that at all. But I got to get this level, and then we'll start bringing in some soil. All right, so we've moved and filled this bed up. Now we're going to plant our carrots. Now, carrots will take about 70 to 80 days to reach maturity. We're going to grow 4 different varieties here. We're going to grow a purple carrot, a rainbow blend, which has some purple, yellow, orange, and some other colors in there, a regular, normal orange carrot, and then these little round golf ball sized carrots. So we did fill this up to about 10 and a half, 11 inches. And with that good nutrients and that loose compost, that should allow those carrots to penetrate very, very deeply into this raised bed. Now, if you're going to go to the route of growing something like parsnips, this may not be the most successful, or I wouldn't recommend for parsnips, simply because parsnips can get very, very large and can get 18, 20, 24 inches in depth in really good soil. They will stop growing when they hit the bottom, but if you really want big parsnips, this may not be the best scenario, the best situation. But with these 10 inches carrots, an inch or 2 in diameter, are going to be really, really good. So with spacing these carrots, remember, you're looking for the end result. You want to have them enough spacing to where, you know, they're about $1/2 or dollar size, you know, inch to 2 inch, inch and a half diameter. So we'll start right here. The seeds are very, very small. Now, I'm not going to mark any of them what they are, except for these here, the little round ones, so I know that what I'm looking for at harvest time is not a long cylinder carrot, but a round ball-like carrot. So we want to space these about 1/4 inch deep is what you want, and then about 1/2 inch in spacing. I'm going to go a little bit more than that just to make sure I have enough room. Now, these are very small seeds. These are very small seeds. Now, not all of them will grow. That's just the way it is. Not every seed in the world that you harvest is going to grow, so don't have that expectation. So you might want to plant them a little heavier and then go back and thin them out, and then you have baby carrots. Not a big loss. So you can try to space them. You can try to get 1 seed per every inch. That can be a little bit of a challenge. With this dark good compost, I am able to see the seed much better, and I am doing really well here on getting these spaced approximately 1 inch apart. So that's working out good. Now, with spacing, let me put these back in there so I don't lose them. Now, I'm not going to cover the row up. You can see the row is right here. The next row I'm going to move over about 3 inches. That's going to be, from my experience, that's going to be a safe space, because it's going to have a carrot hopefully there, and then for example there, and it's still going to allow about a ½ inch of space in between them. And I'm going to go all the way through this bed and then plant them, and then once I get them done, then I'm going to cover them up so I can find out where my rows are going to be. And then we'll come back and I'll explain what this important piece of cardboard will represent in the success of your germinational percentage of carrots. All right, so I've planted the bed here, spaced about 3 inches apart. These 2 rows here are the golf ball size type of carrots, just so I know what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to cover them up. Now again, it says a 1/4 inch, which is very minimal soil on top of the seeds. If you get more than that, if you go a ½ inch, don't worry about it. It's not detrimental to the seed. The seeds, no matter what you're planting, will find their way to the surface. So don't get crazy about, well, everything's got to be specifically to a certain depth and all of that. To a certain range, yes. I mean, if you buried it 7 inches deep, obviously it's not going to grow, but keep things simple, it's going to work. So now, the best way, the less soil on top of your seed, the quicker that soil is going to dry out, and the less likelihood that seed in which that soil is on top of is not going to germinate because the moisture has dissipated around the seed. So what we can do to increase the germination percentage of our carrots is to use something to cover the soil up to the point that the seeds germinate. Now this can be lumber, this can be plywood, particle board, large pieces of lumber. In our instance, it's just going to be cardboard. We fitted this cardboard to the size of the bed here. We're just going to cover the soil there. We're going to bring some rocks in. I got a brick here I'm going to use, and all we're going to do is just cover this. Now it's not going to hurt the seed. The seeds will take anywhere from 7 to 21 days to germinate. With this, one, it will increase the speed in which the seeds germinate because you're holding moisture of the seed. The seed will be able to get the moisture, germinate. 2, it will keep the soil or the compost from drying out. The compost was already moist when we put it in here, so this will hold the moisture in, and this cardboard, if it rains, it's not going to disintegrate like a piece of paper would. And if you forget, and let's say the seeds all germinate in a week, and you forget and you look at it in 10 days, it's not going to hurt the seeds because the seeds still believe with that covering that it's still underground and still trying to work its way up. So it's perfectly fine. But then remove your cardboard and then water the germinated seeds, and you'll be fine. You'll be amazed of how much more germination of carrot seeds you will get with this method. We planted our carrots about 70, 80 days ago in this root maker 2x4 bed. And we filled it with soil, certified leaf compost, and we planted several different varieties of carrots. And now it's time to harvest. Now, carrots prefer an ambient temperature of around no warmer than about 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if it exceeds that, they can get a little stressed, as well as they need a lot of water. And in a raised bed, if you don't have an irrigation system hooked up, they can get stressed and go to seed like we have several of them here doing. Now, we can save these seeds and have pure carrot seeds, but we've chosen to, we're just going to pull everything up here and then get the bed ready for the next crop that we're going to put in here. So the tops are edible. These are just plain orange carrots for this matter. Now, we could let some of these grow longer, but we have found when we cut the center, when we cut them open or eat them, there is a center portion that's kind of got a woody denseness to it. So these carrots have grown about as much as they're going to grow. And you can eat the tops if you want to. They're not the most appealing or tasty things, but you can eat the tops. What we'll do is we'll harvest all of these and we'll see what we have, and then we'll take the next step. So those are orange carrots there. So I'm going to, we see the seeds flower here. So let's just see what's attached to that. So it's a small orange carrot. So that's still edible, just not that wonderful. Let's see, this is going to be a, okay, you can see what's happened here. This is one that's gone to seed. It's gotten stressed. It lacked water. That's why the hairs are on there. That's reaching out for more water. And this one, if left alone, would put seed pods on, which it was starting to, but we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that, put that in the compost pile. So that's what happens to most of them if they're going to go to seed. Let's find another one here. It's going to seed. Same thing. It's putting all of its energy into this flower head. So let's find one here that's not going to seed. It's another orange one. Now we do have some lengthy ones, or what you want to call a traditional carrot. These are the knobby ones. That's exactly what they're supposed to look like, little orange golf balls, essentially. So if you're in like a container or a shallower container, these will certainly grow fine for you if you don't have a very deep container to grow in. Let's see if I can find a purple one here. It's a nice purple one, or maybe a red one based on your color thoughts. Now again, this is could have grown more, but these have gone past their 70-day mark, and the internal portions are starting to get denser as we let them go. Let's see here. Another purple one. So I'm going to harvest these and we'll see what we have, and then we'll talk about how to store these and some of the options you have. So as I'm harvesting, obviously with the looser soil, you're going to get better soil, better depth with your carrots. You can also use a bucket with the bottom cut off of it to do it that way, or a raised bed. If you have dense soil in your traditional ground garden, this can be a challenge. The nice thing about this, I can grab 5, 6, 7 of them, pull them all up. Again, these are not all master, blue ribbon state fair carrots, but they're what we want. They've gone past their lifespan of 70 days. Now, if it's in the winter, like if this is fall and the frost is coming or freeze, you could just leave them in the ground, and different groups like the Amish will mound massive amount of leaves over top of their carrots in the ground, and then as they need them, they'll move the leaves back, harvest them throughout the winter, so they use the ground as actual refrigerator. But I'm needing this bed for other produce, so that's the reason why we're harvesting them. And we could have went in here and thinned them out some, but I felt a very decent job of planting these. So we've harvested them. We've got a great selection of color. The size is not as what maybe you would think they should be, but we've got good size on many of them, and there's nothing more tasty than a freshly harvested carrot from your own garden. Now what we need to do here is we will remove the tops at the base. You don't want to clean these until you're ready to use them, because that little film of dirt is actually kind of a protective layer on it, and it will actually help them keep longer. You don't have to peel these because they're fresh, but if you do have hairs on it and you feel like you need to peel them because you don't like that texture, you can go ahead and peel them. You can put them in your crisper of your fridge in an airtight bag for a number of weeks and even months. You can also can these, but you would have to pressure can them if you have an allotment of them that you would want to preserve over the winter. So harvesting carrots in the root maker grow bag, we will definitely do this again, because we have found that this is the way to go versus our somewhat dense garden soil. Now, sometimes you will see, if you have a really long carrot, you'll see the bottom start going different ways. That means it's hit the bottom of its container. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a very strong carrot. So carrots in a raised bed, it's the way to go.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.